Welcome back, students. We are continuing this topic, motivating employees, which is actually in section 2, people in business. The things which were left in the last video, we'll be dealing with these topics, with these subtopics, and then ultimately we'll be looking at some past paper questions related to this particular chapter. It starts with the importance of a well-motivated workforce. We have discussed it earlier as well. A motivated worker is a hard-working employee who works effectively for a business. And when an employee works effectively, it results in more output. More output means more sales and revenue, and then more profits. Ultimately, profits will lead to growth, more market share, more opportunities, expansion. So there are a lot of benefits of a motivated worker. While people work, it is already discussed earlier as well. The purpose today is to learn about the three theories of motivation mentioned in our syllabus and book. The first one is the Abraham Maslow's theory. Maslow's theory is also known as the hierarchy of need, where Maslow actually believes in satisfying the need of the employee, which motivates employee much. It is actually a criticism on F.W. Taylor's theory, who says that money is the only motivator, whereas Maslow marks it like there are needs which need to be identified and then satisfied if you want to motivate your employees. The five levels which were marked by Abraham Maslow from bottom to top are physiological needs, safety, social, love and belonging, esteem, and self-actualization. If in one word we need to just recap these needs, physiological needs are the basic needs of life. Safety is more of like security, both personal and job. Social needs, it's about love and belongingness. Self-esteem is recognition, respect, status. Self-actualization is desire to become the most influential one or the most that one can be. It's about the position. It's about the promotion. After Maslow's theory, we are having Taylor's theory. Maslow's theory was also criticized. It's mentioned. You need to give it a thorough read. Taylor's theory says employees are motivated by money. More money means employees become more motivated. But there's a criticism to this theory as well, that employees can be motivated by other factors and not just money. Whereas there is no guarantee that all employees will work harder if they are paid more, and then there are many jobs where output cannot be measured. The last theory in our syllabus is of Friedrich Herzberg, which is also known as the two-factor theory. The two factors are the hygiene and the motivator factors. The factors are further described in this image. Hygiene factors, these include salaries, wages, company policy, quality of supervision, job security, whereas motivators include sense of personal achievement, status, recognition, promotion, growth. Hygiene factors, when in place, these factors result in general satisfaction and prevention of dissatisfaction, whereas for motivators, when in place, these factors result in high motivation, high satisfaction, and strong commitment. In a nutshell, improving motivating factors increases job satisfaction and improving hygiene factors decreases job satisfaction. One more point to be noted over here is that the impact of hygiene factors is for a very shorter period of time. Let's say it a month. For example, if you are paying salary to your employees, they'll be motivated for a month, and for the next month you will have to pay salary once again. Whereas in case of motivators, the impact is a longer one. Let's compare the Maslow and the Herzberg two-factor theory. They are more similar in nature. As in front of you, you can see the hierarchy along with the two factors. The first three levels in the hierarchy, which is the physiological, the safety, and the social needs, are considered as the hygiene factors in the Herzberg's theory, and the later two ones, the self-esteem and the self-actualization, are considered as the motivators in the Herzberg's two-factor theory. So when it's about comparison and contrast and similarity, you must know about this as well. So this ends up the chapter. Let me recap this as well, that methods of motivation are three financial rewards, non-financial rewards, and job satisfaction. Ending up with the chapter, let's move towards the past paper. Let's see some of the past paper questions right now. So in front of you, it's 2017 November attempt. Question number 3. The purpose of past papers right now is to attempt the Part D, Part E, and even Part C questions of paper 1. We are leaving Part A and Part B just because they are the simplest one. They require a simple definition or calculation, and for this we can have a general complete session for all the chapters and sections. But right now, when we are dealing with the section-wise past papers, we need to focus on Part C, Part D, and Part E, which requires knowledge, application, analysis, and evaluation as well. So let's begin with this particular question. Yanis owns a busy restaurant in the city center. He employs 4 skilled chefs and 6 workers to serve in the restaurant. All employees are on part-time contracts. The chefs are paid a high hourly wage rate, but receive no bonuses. Yanis is worried that too many chefs leave. He is thinking of other ways in which he could motivate the chefs. Yanis wants to open another restaurant but is worried about problems linked to growth. He has prepared a balance sheet as part of his business plan. An extract is shown in Table 2. The current ratio was 1.2:1 in 2016. The extract is over there in front of you. My recommendation over here is to underline the key keywords, the key concepts, the key things in the structure so that you can use those words in your answers to relate it with the structure, to make your answer in context, and then to gain marks for application. So let's see the question from this structure. It's Part E. Do you think Yanis should change the way he motivates his chef? Justify your answer. It's for 6 marks, and the division for Part E question, the 6-mark question, is 2 marks for knowledge and application, 2 for analysis, and 2 for evaluation. Now when you need to evaluate, especially when it's in the E-part question, you need to find out the 2 factors given in the question, because you need to compare and then recommend one. When you'll be recommending one, you have to favor the one which you are actually supporting, and you have to go against the one which you're not supporting. But before that, you have to write on both the ends. The question says, do you think Yanis should change the way he motivates his chef? It was mentioned in the structure that Yanis paid high wages, which means Yanis is focusing on the financial rewards. So do you think financial rewards is motivating his employees, or he should go for non-financial rewards or job satisfaction? Here you can mention about Maslow's need theory as well, being in the context. So for the students, it is recommended to write an answer and share it with me so that I can check it and give feedback on it. It could be a good opportunity for me and for you both. A separate particular video session, how to attempt the past paper questions, will soon be uploaded. But before that, once you are done with the revision of this chapter, you need to write on your own and share it with me if you want. The next is 2017 June attempt. Stepper is a shoe manufacturer in the private sector. Stepper has 200 employees who all receive a high hourly wage rate. The human resource director said, "We use a democratic leadership style and employees are an important stakeholder group. Happy workers are good for business. Revenue increased by 10% last year. The director cannot understand why a high number of workers leave the business each year. She is looking at other non-financial methods to motivate employees." Once again, it is recommended to highlight the words and mark the words in the paragraph. The question says, explain 2 methods of non-financial reward that Stepper might use to increase employee motivation. Recommend which method Stepper should use. Justify your answer. It's a Part E question, needs evaluation. Now you have to be specific. 2 non-financial rewards, you have to highlight them. You have to give a bit of analysis, and then ultimately you have to recommend one, supporting the one you are selecting, and then comparing it with the other, showing how your option is better than the other one. Next is 2015 June. Question number 4. A2Z is a small but successful airline company in country B. The structure is in front of you, and then we are having the question. The question says, do you think that using financial rewards is the best way for A2Z to motivate its pilot? Justify your answer. The pros and cons pros and cons would work over here. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching.